1-800-449-8686, The Phil Hendrie Show. 1-800-449-8686. Other news from television, The Cosby Show has been canceled. I call it The Cosby Show. It's called Cosby. The Cosby Show was the NBC show that aired to great success, resounding critical and public acclaim back in the 80s, and which went off the air sometime in the early 90s. I think it was 92, the last season for The Cosby Show. But this was just called Cosby. It's on CBS. There is an anticipation among some television critics that there will be a new hue and cry concerning the number of African-American performers on television, what kinds of vehicles and programs they're involved in. Is it comedy? Is it drama? Is there enough dramatic, episodic television featuring African Americans as opposed to the what is expected comedic or renderings, and on and on and on and on it goes. Pastor William Rennick is going to join us. He's with Joyful Union Congregation in Bellflower. And I'm going to ask you, Pastor Rennick, right off the bat, what do you think? And I know that you have a really unorthodox opinion, Bill, if I may say, about this, about Cosby's show going off the air.
Well, you call it unorthodox opinion, but I don't think it is. I think that my opinion of Bill Cosby going off the air is very orthodox, and that is not a good show. And I don't scream racism. That show is not a good show, not a funny show. As a matter of fact, and I have contended this for a long time, there is, in my opinion, a number of programs.
Well, you're vocal, along with a few others, that much of what you see on television involving African-American performers.
What I see on television, Phil, involving black performers did not hold up. I don't think it's good. I don't think that most of it is pretty poor in quality. Black folks on TV, you're talking about City of Angels going off the air, Cosby going off the air. We had a program a while back there on UPN called Moesha. I don't know if that's still on or not. That's a program that has not gotten any rating, and so on and so forth. You're talking about a television, in my opinion, a kind of television not intended for black people to be a part of. Now, I know that's controversy, and I know I get on the wrong side of a lot of people when I say that, but from my way of thinking, black people lost their way in the performing arts.
Well, you say black people have lost their way in the performing arts. How? First of all, let me say something.
It's simple. Because
no, let me say something. Is there any television involving African Americans that you think? Now, I'm not talking about the black actor in a otherwise integrated cast, but I'm talking about purely black casts. Rendering a story or storyline or a show, excuse me, having to do primarily with black people.
I don't think there's anything on television. First of all, black people lost their way when they moved away from dancing.
When they moved away from
dancing, because of the idea we started going downhill.
Started going downhill when? Hello?
I'm right here.
Yeah, we just lost the... started going downhill when?
Started going downhill, in my opinion, when they stopped dancing.
Stopped dancing?
Yes, sir.
A bad line there or something, I don't know. Is the pastor there?
I had to pick the phone up, Phil. I went to another extension.
Well, there's something wrong with your phone, or we can't hear you, okay?
I apologize for that.
All right. So you say that the black performances went downhill when they stopped dancing?
No, I'm simply saying that African Americans were more effective on screen, more effective in live theater as dancers, as opposed to all this acting. The minute we started acting is when we started out, in my opinion, things got tougher for the performer, and we began to get to an area where we could not be represented equally. I think we were represented equally in white casts, in black casts, integrated casts as well as dancers. And
Well, when did this start? I mean, you see, there's a lot of traditionally in film we saw African Americans as dancers.
you had Bill Robinson. You had now I'll tell you, Sammy Davis Jr. was a great dancer. He started to act, and when he started into acting, and Sidney Poitier, and all that serious drama, all right, that whole mess. And they're telling him that he can act. To my way of thinking, that's what that was the problem.
Well, all right. Obviously, people are going to disagree with you on this, okay? Saying that that black actors can't act when you have the example of the guy you just brought up, Sidney Poitier. You have the example of a Morgan Freeman. You know, you have the example of a Denzel Washington. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I understand these are brothers who are good. Denzel Washington's good to look at. All right.
You're telling me that he can't act.
I'm saying that they are not the same quality as white actors. I'm saying that they are not on the same level.
Well, what if you gave them the opportunity? If you had 100 Denzel Washingtons and 100...
Well, you tell me my business. You're doing it. You're telling me my business. I'm telling you that we got into trouble when we stopped dancing and smiling. And
well, stepping and fetching and that...
No. Now, you have to understand that the best way for the black man to move into a position of equality in society is when he stops trying to piss people off. The brothers are pissing people off with all these heavyweight roles like Sammy Davis Jr. or Sidney Poitier, you talk to him, or Harry Belafonte or Richard Roundtree with that shaft mess, all that, pissing people off. I'm talking about getting people on our side.
Get people on your side by dancing.
Good, but a good dance. You talk about the slave, the rolling back of slavery, with that Jimmy Crack Corn and I Don't Care, which was
Jimmy Crack Corn and I Don't Care was an old folk song or an old is an old.
It was a popular dance that Abraham Lincoln saw performed in the Rose Garden in the middle of the Civil War by a number of African American workers, and he said to himself, "God damn, these people! Now this is good. So let's rock and roll, or whatever you want to call it, and roll that slavery thing back."
Because he was digging Jimmy Crack Corn and I Don't Care.
He was enjoying. What I'm saying to you is it was a non-confrontational thing. You get a brother like Paul Robeson or W.B. Du Bois, or you get some brother out there playing Malcolm X, pissing people off.
Like Spike Lee.
No, that kid, all he does is piss people off. I'm trying to find a position for African-American performers to be involved in on a day-to-day basis in the entertainment business in Hollywood without getting everybody on the wrong side. Because I can tell you right now, all this mess everybody talking about, how we don't have enough TV shows, and we don't have enough comedy, and there ain't enough brothers on TV doing drama, and there ain't enough sisters on TV doing drama. But I will tell you why, but the shows that we have got with black actors are lousy. They suck. And
What about City of Angels? You mentioned, what about Cosby?
Oh, come on. City of Angels, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
So both of those shows are lousy. What are some black shows, Mike? We were looking at the website. Well, you mentioned Moesha. Is that still on the air? And
I don't know. Please, just don't talk to me about that. I don't know. I spend Hughleys. There's another piece of crap. I spent a good part of my day trying to forget.
How about Living Single?
Well, what happened to that guy? What happened to that? What happened to the time when black people were nice guys? That's what that Living Single's all about.
Do you know this show Living Single?
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch that the Steve Harvey show, because that kicks ass. So we should have stopped fooling ourselves and stopped that messing around, that acting, and got back to something serious, like some good, serious dancing.
Good, serious dance. For 400 years, you danced real good, and nothing happened.
I mentioned the thing in slavery, all right? I mentioned the abolition of slavery when I talked about Liberty Solomon. And
Liberty Solomon's who?
Liberty Solomon's the guy that started doing Jimmy Crack Corn and I Don't Care to roll back that slavery thing.
Well, okay. Maybe they got to start dancing Jimmy Crack Corn and I Don't Care, huh?
No, but they want a groove, get a groove going, and stop it all that. Everything evolved to make it different. And you take that brother Denzel Washington, he's pretty to look at, but hell, I would just as soon get Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, or get that Michael Clark Duncan, Vivica Fox, Angela Bassett, Queen Latifah, Lawrence Fishburne, and get them down to some dance lessons into them. All right, because all the energy that they're wasting on movie acting, there's a group, I'll tell you right now, they get a group rated Arthur Murray. So you're saying that even an accomplished actor like Morgan Freeman, Denzel, you just mentioned some very good actors, Angela Bassett and Lawrence Fishburne, these are people that have been profoundly influential among other black other actors, period. They've done some great stuff. What about Showtime at the Apollo? All of it ain't good enough. I'll tell you right now, you tell me in a year, Mr. Henry, when people are complaining because there isn't enough African-American dramatic content on TV, it's because most of them shows are lousy. Now, I don't...
You can't tell me that these guys can't act. You can't tell me that Morgan Freeman can't act.
I'm sure that brother can act real good. I'm sure he's a good actor. He ain't going to do no TV. You think Lawrence Fishburne going to do some TV?
So you're talking primarily about television.
I'm telling you that TV shows with black folks suck. They suck! And that's the point I'm trying to make. And everybody...
Hold on. Whoa. Hold on there, Rev. Reverend William Rennick. What was up with his phone? Will you find out for me, please? Will you find out what was up with his phone, Mike? God. 1-800-449-8686. So, essentially, black television, you don't see more of it because the shows stink? The shows... So, get him back on. There was a show... Hey, Pastor Rennick?
Right.
There was a show with Bill Cosby and Robert Culp.
Yeah, I Spy Something with My Little Eye.
I Spy Something with My Little Eye. It was called I Spy. Remember that?
Right. Yeah, I know that show. Everyone want to watch that white boy. They want to watch that white boy kid. Even the blacks hate all that black TV.
Well, would you call I Spy a black show?
No, the hell no, I would call it I Spy. I Spy Something with My Little Eye was bullcrap.
It wasn't I Spy Something with My Little Eye. It was called I Spy. Hold on. Just I Spy. Did you ever see the show I Spy Something with My Little Eye? 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show.
Downtown, too.
I like him. Phil Hendrie Show at 1-800-449-8686.
You know, that other thing, too, Phil, Steve Harvey.
Right. Hold on for a second. Pastor William Renick is with me. He is Pastor Joyful Union Congregation. You're involved, and I know that you have been for many years, with the quality of television.
Phil, the thing that I don't like is the way a lot of people have been lied to. I've been told for time and again there's Steve Harvey this, Steve Harvey that. Hold on, I got a cough drop. I'm getting over a cold. And
I heard you coughing.
Right. All I hear is a Steve Harvey this and Steve Harvey that. That is bull crap. I ain't never seen this show. I don't think this thing exists. And
the Steve Harvey Show?
I think it's white people trying to tell me there's another black show. You know, you can tell black people there's all these black shows on. But I don't think they exist. I think they are lying to me, trying to make me look stupid.
Wait a second. Hey, Mike, isn't there a Steve Harvey Show? My producer says that there is.
That's a white... Did you produce a white man?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe it.
Well, so in other words, there is no Steve Harvey Show.
That's a show they made up to make me think there are more black shows on than there are. And that's pissing me off.
Let's take some phone calls here. Hold on. Los Angeles on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that you are very stupid. Do you watch the WB?
Yes, ma'am. I've seen those silly
Do you watch it
shows
on Fridays?
Those are silly shows, man. They are not a good
But I'm
representation.
telling you that there is a Steve Harvey show. Do you even watch television?
There's no
to know?
Steve Harvey show.
There is a Steve Harvey show. How do you know if you don't even watch TV? How would you know?
Man, that is a show the white man has created for you to think there's a black show on.
Okay.
That's not Steve Harvey's not even a black man.
He's not. Well, what color is he?
He's a white man or something. I don't know. I think
Are you
The
black?
actor himself is
Are you
black.
black?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
I don't know. Well, I don't believe that you're black.
You don't believe I'm black? I don't believe you're black.
Well, I am, and I'm
Well,
telling
all right.
you.
I will tell you that most product that we got of the African Americans on TV today is lousy.
Okay, then
You
why
got
don't you
to agree
try to act? Why don't you try to act and do something about it?
Well,
since
yeah,
you're
I
saying
am doing something about it. First of all, I'm saying that the reason why there isn't more black episodic television, there's not more black comedic television, because the programs are bad. And
They're bad.
They're bad.
Well, why don't you write some scripts for the blacks?
What do you want me to write? What am I going to write?
Well, you're complaining about the shows that's on TV. Why don't you try to make a difference?
Well, what the hell are you going to put on?
About
I don't want to see another Cosby. Look at that Cosby show. That
Then
thing.
don't watch it. You know what? If you have a problem with black television and shows that's on TV, then maybe you ought not watch them.
Well, ma'am, can I ask you a question? A lot of people, not a lot of people, but there's a contingent of people who don't think that African Americans are represented adequately.
Well, they're not. They don't have enough TV shows. But the ones that's on there, I don't think that he should be on here criticizing
That's what I'm
them.
saying. I said there are not enough TV shows on there because black actors are bad. The shows are bad.
They are not
badly written, badly directed.
Have you ever sat and watched a black TV show? You tell me
Ma'am,
which
I
ones
sit
you
there and
watch.
I watch
Which
that.
ones do you watch?
I watched that damn Moesha, and I watched that damn.
But that's an appeal to a younger audience. So
That's
why
fine.
don't you watch something that appeals to yourself?
Well, what do you suggest, ma'am? I'm a 56-year-old black man. What am I supposed to watch on TV?
Well, if
Well, how
Moesha,
about,
that's not Moesha's not the only black TV show that's on television.
What else?
There's all kind of other black TV
How about
shows.
How about City of Angels?
That's going off. That thing is terrible. Oh God.
You know what?
That's going off, ma'am.
If you're a pastor, you know what you should, and you're a black pastor,
Well, you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to give us a sense of why it is we do not see more television on TV. More television, more black television. You know why?
You know what? If you're a pastor, all I can say is that I'm going to pray for you.
What's your favorite TV show, ma'am?
I like Moesha. That's my favorite
That's
TV
your
show.
number one?
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Ow.
Maybe you ought to watch it sometime.
I watched that show when I was...
criticizing and stereotyping people.
I watched that show when it first came on. I thought the characters were very funny.
Why are you watching?
Because I thought it was funny.
He can watch it if he want to watch it. Why are you watching?
He's a white man. Why
so
the white?
What? White people can watch it if they want to.
Yes, you can. Why a white man watch a show about
You
black
know what,
teenage
sir?
girls?
You should take your TV and throw it out the window. Then that way you won't be bothered about it.
I'd love to do that.
Then
because
that's what
I'd
you
like
need
to see
to do.
I'd love to see our people.
You need to take your TV and get rid of it, so you don't have to worry about watching black actors.
Well,
don't
what about
go
this?
to their movies.
What about this?
Don't watch their TV shows.
What about this concept that black performers should go back to dancing?
I'm saying the best thing is that. No. Now hold on. I said that we got some fine young African American actors. I love Morgan Freeman. I love all that. But on TV, no. Only thing we can do is dance.
Only thing we can do is dance.
That's the only damn thing a black man, a black woman good for on television. Now, I'm not saying in the movies. That's something else entirely.
Sir, all I
You go
can
out
do
and
is say, if you're a preacher, I'm just going to say a prayer for you.
Well, you pray for me, sister. I'm doing fine. I love my people.
You need to take your TV and you need to throw it out the window.
I will not throw my TV out the window. I love David Letterman.
David Letterman. Oh, my God.
I love, what do you call that, Craig Kilborn. I like that white man. They make me laugh.
Sorry, well, you know what? If you have a problem with black television or black movies, don't watch it and don't go to their movies.
They got you believing there's a Steve Harvey show.
There is a Steve Harvey show.
I
watch it every Friday on the WB. Why don't you turn it on?
You got to turn it on
sometime?
to figure out whether the show exists or not. You first have to turn it on.
Exactly. So if you're not watching it, you don't know if it's on or not.
Ma'am, all I'm trying to say, it sounds like some kind of a show the white man cooked up so that we believe.
How do you know when you haven't seen it? How do you know?
You should watch it. You can't make the statement.
What you need to do
you let this white man tell you.
That's what you need to do. Get over your code and you need to say a prayer.
You let this white man tell you what to do?
Oh,
No,
get
I
out of
don't.
here. Hold on.
It has nothing-
1-800-449-8686. Hendrie Show. Our number is 1-800-449-8686, 1-800-449-8686. Pastor William Rennick with me from Joyful Union Congregation in Bellflower. And look, you're talking about black television. The actors and performers on black TV would be better off tap dancing or...
I didn't say I said they'd be better off dancing. I will tell you something. I didn't say better off tap dancing. I said they'd be...
Well, you said they ought to go back to dancing.
That was quality television. I'll tell you, Shirley, we just lost a great one. Shirley Hemphill was a hell of an actress. That's a great one.
Shirley Hemphill.
Yeah. Everybody else. Whatever. That Def Jam, I love that. Showtime at the Apollo, I love that. Soul Train, I love that. We had Nipsey Russell, Scully Mitchell, Flip Wilson, Rudy Ray Moore. All of them. Still, I got to watch this crap. What's up with that? I think that a time has come where we have to look at this anew. A different way of looking at it. Get the dancing. Dance lessons on that Moesha. That girl sings. She's a damn good singer.
All right. She is a good singer. Brandy.
Is that her name?
Yeah, it ain't Moesha.
Who's Moesha?
That's Brandy. She's playing a character named Moesha.
Is that some more of that white bull crap? Are you?
No, I'm not trying to fool you. I'm saying that Brandy is Moesha. It's the same person. And Steve Harvey doesn't exist.
Damn right.
Here is Orlando on the Phil Hendrie Show.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Yeah, I'm calling in reference to the offensive things that so-called Reverend Rennick is stating. First of all,
so-called Reverend.
Hold up.
You like to call my congregation.
All,
you can talk to the people of my congregation.
If African Americans were to follow your whatever you're saying is for us to be submissive and to just tap dance, we wouldn't have made the advancement that we've made today. If we were just sit back and just dance and allow people to accept us because we are talented in dancing, Martin Luther King would not have mattered.
Oh,
Stuff like that you don't realize. What African Americans have, African Americans, whether you know it or not, have elevated the arts, both spiritually, culturally.
Oh, now she's going to give a speech.
Hold up.
Now you're giving your speech.
Dance, and theater.
You're giving your speech now, ain't you? You're giving your speech now. You giving
no,
your speech
I'm letting you know, because obviously you're ignorant, and that's what scares me. You're supposed to be a reverend in a church. That scares me. It really scares me that your mentality is out there and you're teaching the masses. That scares me.
Well, that's what you think of Shirley Hemphill. When we had a good actress like that.
You are discredited to the African-American race. If you are an African-American, you are discredited to our race.
You got nothing on TV for black people to watch except for Soul Train?
I'm saying that the performance of black people on television is so bad, they ain't no more TV shows. Now,
well, don't watch television. Don't watch it. There's a simple knob that's on a television now, whether you know it or not.
Everybody complaining about the end of black people on TV.
Maybe you're beyond your time. There's
what do you mean, Nipsey Russell?
Turn it on. Or you don't buy a television at all.
No, I'm telling you, the people complaining there ain't enough black people on television. I'll tell you why, and that's because they aren't good enough. They stink.
Well, you know
all
what?
Right.
Like I said, if we were to follow your mentality, we would still be slaves.
All right, thank you for your call, ma'am. 1-800-449-8686. 1-800-449-8686.
Oh, you let her get the last word, didn't you?
No, I had to get out of
No, but she said we follow your mentality, we'd still be slaves. Boom, she's off the air. You give it out the phone number like she got the big point. She drove the big point home. You making me look like an ass on your show. Now,
I'm not the guy making you look like an ass when you say that what we ought to do with Morgan Freeman is give him some dance lessons.
I'm saying, Mr. Hendrie, that black television.
All right, well, then make it clear. Everybody thinks you think that every single black actor out there stinks.
I think those other brothers I was telling you about are fine. I'm telling you, black TV is wrong. There's something wrong.
And well, when you're saying things like Steve Harvey doesn't exist and all the white people are trying to make you believe that he does, that's scary.
These actors are embarrassing the black community. You get all these people out there, man, I can't. Nat Urkel, thank Jesus, that guy is finally off TV.
Here is St. Petersburg on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello. St. Petersburg,
hello.
Hello.
Watch black shows. As a people, we have to stick together, and there are a lot of good black shows on television that are worth watching, and I don't see how you can say that there aren't. There are a lot of good black shows.
Like what? Name one.
You are the one that's making yourself look like an ass coming on the radio saying the things that you're saying.
You tell me which TV shows.
Where did you go to school at?
What TV show is worth watching?
How could you even feel comfortable being a black person saying these things that you're saying?
Because I speak
Morgan
the truth.
Freeman is the only actor that you feel like has enough quality to be on television. He's the only enough talent to be on television.
You don't like the truth. That's your problem.
You don't like the truth.
You don't like the fact that the reason why there isn't more black television.
You're not being.
You would think that. I know why there isn't enough black
gentleman
TV.
to me. So you would seem. It would seem that you would sympathize. That you should be happy that black people are able to be on television.
Let me jump in and ask a question. Let me ask you a question.
All
right, let me ask you a question here, Reverend Rennick.
Yeah.
What did you think of Amos and Andy?
Goddamn funny show.
Funny show, huh?
Amos and Andy killed. Lady, did you ever see Amos and Andy?
I'm sure that you probably watch pro wrestling too. Is that the type of shows that you watch?
Oh, you try to tell me that Amos and Andy ain't funny? That's what
if you're old enough to watch Amos and Andy and actually appreciate it, then you should be able to appreciate a black show.
Well, I appreciate
good black shows. The fact that we even have the opportunity to be on television.
What did you think of the Cosby Show?
Show that we have talent.
What did you think of the Cosby Show?
The one on NBC?
Yeah.
A great show, funny show. The one on CBS sucked.
What's the difference? They're
What's
black.
The difference?
They're black.
They're black, so it's the same damn
Bill
show.
Cosby's black. He's on television.
Yeah, but he ain't funny.
You just said
he ain't funny no more. He was funny, he ain't funny no more.
You're confused.
No, ma'am, I know exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the reason why you don't have more black performers on television is because everything they do
Did you graduate from high school? You couldn't
I graduated from...
You couldn't have possibly. Just look at the things that you're saying. You're not even making your point intelligently.
I graduated Texas Teachers
That's what's so upsetting is that we're probably even misunderstanding what you're trying to get across because you can't even get your point across intelligently.
You don't know how to
listen. You need to think about the things you're saying. You need to hang up the phone.
You don't even know how to listen.
Think about what you want to say and call back and sound right.
All right, hold on. Hello? Here's what I think. All black TV sucks, except for the guys in the movies. They're all right.
You suck.
There you go. That's what I was thinking. That's what I want to say.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Steve Harvey don't exist.
Yeah, okay, great. Steve Harvey doesn't exist. Thanks for your call, ma'am. 1-800-449-8686. 1-800-449-8686. Los Angeles on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hello, hi.
Yes.
Phil, I like your show. First of all, I just want to say that I think there are some great black actors and actresses out there. I do not believe that every black TV show is great, but I do think that there are some that could definitely go off the air. But I think the African Americans on film, some of them are really good. I think some of them choose bad roles. Like if they choose a gang movie and it's about South Central LA, it just depends on what the movie is about. And I think there are some that are definitely good. Not all white actors are good, but not all of them are bad either. So
well, what about what Pastor Renick is saying here, that all black television stinks?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm being honest. People can't take that kind of honesty.
I think that
black
not
television's
all black television stink, but I think that there are some shows on there that are not very good.
You got that right.
But I do think there are some that have a great role. Like myself, Moesha, to me, does not portray a very good black television show.
Oh, boy.
But Steve Harvey show is excellent because it makes a lot of good points about what's going on.
Is he the guy with the puppet?
Yes.
He's the guy with the puppet?
No, Steve Harvey's not the guy with the puppet. I thought I'd see him. No, he's not. Steve Harvey has a very good
Who's the brother with the puppet?
I do not know.
The brother with that little Penny Hardaway puppet.
Oh, my God. That show isn't even on.
I love that.
That show is not even on anymore.
Well, I love that.
It's a lot of good shows. You just need to look at the ones and just screen the ones that you want to watch. If you don't
let me ask the lady, which is the best? And I hate to say black show, but primarily when we say a black show, I think we mean 100% or almost 100% black cast. Which is the best one on TV right now?
The best one on TV right now. The best one right now I would think would be Steve Harvey. I would definitely say Steve Harvey. I would not say Cosby because
I got to see that show.
Yeah, you got to see the show. Everybody's talking about it.
I thought it was bullcrap.
And it's not just based on black people. That's why I like it, because it has a black cast, but it does stretch a lot of different points. It's not just based on black people, and it's a very, very good show. It makes a lot of good points.
I never seen it.
Because you don't want to watch it because you think all black actors suck. I mean, all of them don't suck. And you by you saying we should go back to dance,
I'm saying, no. You got to hear what I'm saying. I'm saying, wait a second. I'm saying on TV, on television, the best thing we can do is dance.
That's bull. That's bull.
Well, that's what I think.
There's no way we can go. You know what? That's stupid. You know why? Because now that time has changed, you need to come into the new millennium. Time has changed. There's more avenues going on. You can do different things. You don't have to just dance and sing and look stupid and paint your face white just to make a point.
I didn't say paint my face white. I'm talking about painting my face white. I'm not painting my face white. I said I got to sit down one more time and watch A City of Angels with that Cosby.
Don't watch them. Don't watch them. That's like you can watch NYPD Blue. Watch something else that you want to watch.
NYPD Blue. I don't want to see some white man's ass.
That you think is funny.
All right.
It doesn't have to be comedy, but I just have to say this to you. that you need to elevate your mind and open up your mind and see that there are different things that you can do. You don't have to go back to tap dancing and, doing Jimmy Crack Corn and all that Amos and
Well, that Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care. Now, that got us free.
1800.
That got us free.
1865, baby. We ain't slaves no more.
I know that, but I'm just saying at that time,
we ain't slaves no more.
that was a big hit then.
We ain't slaves no more, but you're a slave.
Jimmy Crack Corn was a big hit. Thanks for calling. Here is Roanoke, Virginia on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hello. Bill.
Yes, sir.
Reverend, are you on?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What about the Reverend? Is he still on?
Yes, he is.
I think the Reverend is suffering from cotton picking syndrome or something. Yeah, he would rather see the actors sing and dance than to have serious roles. I feel sorry for his congregation.
Wait a second, I'm not talking about on the movie screen. I'm talking about TV. I ain't seen a black TV show yet. We ain't doing nothing but walking around like clowns anyway.
Well, Reverend, are you an acting pastor now?
I'm an acting pastor, yeah.
I feel sorry for your congregation. If I were
Feel sorry for my congregation.
come back to your
I tell
church
these people
about
where it's
the
at.
things that you said today.
I tell them where it's at. I tell them what's up. And I'll tell you right now, Steve Harvey.
I know, he doesn't exist.
You got it.
Steve Harvey doesn't exist.
He does not exist. He's a figment of your imagination. That's a white man.
I just heard you. I'm a truck driver. I just heard you say you deal in truth.
I deal in truth. I refuse to
say that Steve Harvey doesn't exist.
I refuse to believe that brother exists. I refuse.
Reverend, you're stupid.
No, I'm not stupid, man. Everybody calling me stupid. I'm telling you the truth. I refuse to believe that brother exists because I think that's a white man's fantasy.
A white man's fantasy. Do you think that maybe Jesus and his disciples should have sang and danced too instead of doing what he done?
That's a white man.
The baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus was a white man.
How about a white baby?
Reverend, you are what church? What city is your church in? Reverend?
Bellflower, California.
Oh man, I need to come out there.
Come on out.
We could get you removed off from behind the pulpit or something.
The pulpit?
Yeah.
What the hell's that?
The pulpit.
Wherever you preach at or whatever. What do you preach outside of their tent?
I preach at a pulpit. I don't go down to no pulpit. That's what Phil Hendrie's building behind his house. You come you worship with us, brother, because I speak the truth. I talk about the Lord Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of God. He is the Lamb. He is the Savior of all mankind. And I'll tell you right now, black TV blows. Now, that's the truth that I lay on you. Some people don't like it.
Okay,
I'll tell you right now, you will love it. I will clean, man, I'll give it to you. Lay it on. Jesus Christ would hate the state of black TV today. He wouldn't stop throwing up.
All right, great. Thank you. 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show. Phil Hendrie here at 1-800-449-8686, the Phil Hendrie Show. Wow. So, do you have a television set yet? I just got this thing called TV in my house. We got the satellite dish, and we are going to watch it all. I'm going to scour the airwaves for anything black. That's the way I figure it's going to get done. Drama. Only drama. No comedy. I'm sensitive to all of these claims. I'm serious. I'm very sensitive to the claim that it's all comic. It's all put a clown nose and a fright wig on them. They're funny. They're black. They're funny. He's bad. He's black. He's back. He's funny. Richard Roundtree. Scour the airwaves for something serious. I'm totally, I don't want to say who or how or what, but let me just put it this way. I've been to meetings in some of the halls of power of some of these television networks. I've sat down with some of the people that program these networks. There ain't a whole lot going on there. Now, I hate to put it that way. It probably means that's the last meeting that I'll ever, quote, take, end quote. But, you know, let's let the chips fall where they may, as Buffalo Bill said. Put the cards on the table. These guys are not brain surgeons. The thing, I'm going to tell you what I've noticed, just personally speaking, when I've had meetings, and I'm not saying this is true about all of them. Some of them I respect highly, especially people that are considering me for projects currently. Some of them look, and I mean this, some of them look like they're operating from a position of fear. Stark, screaming, raving fear. Not that they don't like you, not that they don't like fun stuff to do on the TV. Forget about me. Just what anybody would walk in there. Not that they don't want to do something creative, not that they want to do something groundbreaking. It's just they're too scared because it's a job. If it bombs, they lose. And they lose the gig and they're out of they're on the street and whatever. They got to go back to wherever they came from, wherever that movie Boys Don't Cry was shot, back there, Falls City, Nebraska. That's where they're going. Back doing continuity there at the local TV station. You can't, at that level of power and position, expect any real creativity because people are tight. They're working too tight. They don't want to, you're playing to not lose instead of playing to win. You know all the cliches. That's what you got at the network TV level. So you ask yourself, well, why? Television's fantastic, in my opinion. I don't think it's ever been any better. Wouldn't you agree? What are you talking about, Melissa? When has TV been better? 1940. Guess what? They didn't have TV back then. I know, it's a 5. 1950. I don't care. You weren't alive and neither was I. We don't know. They tell us it was good. I think it sucked. I've seen some of them grainy, whatever those things are, kinescopes. Looks pretty bad to me. See some guy with a big boom mic. And don't give me that, it was great during the Dark Shadows days either, when you'd race home from school. All those live soap operas where you'd see the guy ready to bite into the woman's neck and there's a boom with a mic on the end of it and some guy picking his nose and he's got a sandwich. I'll tell you now. Barnabas, no. There's a guy in the back, IBEW. He's got a finger up his nose, generally the pinky, and a sandwich he got from Subway. What's going on here, man? Are we on? What do you mean, what does that mean? It means the camera obviously is catching more than the intended action. They got all these IBEW, International Brotherhood of Electrical, I don't know what W stands for. I think it's supposed to be workers, but I doubt it. Washouts. Oh, come on. They're all nice guys. I'm a union guy. I believe in union. I buy the union label whenever I can find it. Generally, I can't, though, because I'm always shopping at places where they don't carry stuff like that. Buy the union label when you see it. Otherwise, don't. Buy union products unless you find something cheaper. That's my motto, and I think it's fair. So, yeah, you go to these meetings, and I, with all due respect to the fine people that I've had the opportunity to meet, not that they were impressed with me, I haven't been invited back, but that's okay, I'm not bitter. It's fine, I don't even know what the hell they want to see me for in the first place. Hey, does Phil Hendrie pretty funny, or he does an interesting show, or you know what, we haven't got anything else, let's take a meeting with this guy, and what do you want to do, Phil? I don't know. What do you mean, what do I want to do? What do you want to do? What I'd like to do? Yeah, well, I want to be Michael Caine for a day. Just a day, like last night, just an hour. Just during the speech. I want to be Hugh Hefner. I don't know. What do you mean, what do I want to do? That's what I want to do. Make me Hugh Hefner. So these guys are, they get a million great ideas and boom. Maybe a few of them make it to the air. I don't know. But the state of so-called black TV, what are you going to say? How do you answer that question? What do you mean? Well, a lady said it. I heard her. If you don't like it, don't watch it. There isn't enough good stuff, episodic, dramatic, whatever. I don't know what to tell you. It's television. You know that I got this cable system put in now, right? I mean, excuse me, I got my satellite dish. Do you realize that I no longer have Channel 5 and I don't have Channel 13? What I got are all the networks. So as we increasingly get on the satellite, all those little stations are going to be left behind. The local stations, all of the stations that serve the community locally, they're not owned or operated or beholden to a large network. Now they don't exist anymore. Channel 5, KTLA, locally here in Los Angeles. Who owns them? The Chicago Tribune? Well, they ain't on my box. And guess what? I don't miss them at all. 13, well, let's not speak ill. I got Fox, I got CNN, I got CNBC, I got, I think that's all I got. They said 200 channels. Right now I'm getting 5.